Hi, Crafty Patty here. As you can see, I've bought myself a kayak and I can't wait to get out on the water. I've only had these for a couple weeks and I've had them stored in my backyard. And as you can see, there's lots of trees around, so they're getting full of debris. There's spiders already in there. Who knows what else can get in there? So I'm gonna make some covers for these. So that's today's video. Stay tuned and let's show you how to make the covers. So the first thing you're going to want to do is measure your cockpit opening. I'm going to have it so my cover comes up and over my backrest. So I'm just going to tuck that right under the lip, bring it down to the other end, and if I tuck that in right to the end, I know I've got 51 inches, and find your widest point. Again, tuck it under and tuck it right under that lip. And I've got 26 inches. All right, so here's some good ideas for you for some cheap ways to cover your kayak. I went to the dollar store and I found this laundry bag, and the dimensions on it were 28 inches by 38 inches. So I thought, well, that might work. So here's the laundry bag. So I've got the width I need, not quite the length. So all I'd have to do is just cut up both my sides, open it up, and I've got my length I need and my width. And this piece of nylon cost me $3. That's one way. You could go to the fabric store and buy yourself some higher quality nylon. You can get it in a ripstop nylon, but it's not cheap. You might want to wait for a 50% off sale or whatever. I'm going to use this for another project. So what I found at the dollar store was a tablecloth. This tablecloth is 52 inches by 70 inches, and that gives me enough to make 2 covers because I have 2 kayaks, and that was $3.50. So each cover is going to cost me $1.75. You can't beat that. So I'm going to make a pattern from a piece of tissue paper, and I've just gone around and I've just done some double-sided tape just to hold it in place. So just take a piece of painter's tape, fold it around, and just add it to your kayak all the way around, and it'll just help to hold your pattern piece in place because I am outside and there's a little bit of a breeze and chances are it's going to blow all over the place. Find a piece of tissue paper or wrapping paper, freezer paper, newspaper, whatever. Just a scrap piece of paper, and then just go around, hold it in place with that tape, and it will save you a lot of grief. Now, because of my seat backrest is up a bit, it will create a little bit more bulk in the back. So I've just come in and I've pleated the paper a little bit, but this will be taken up when you put the elastic in and when it goes around. So I've just done a little pleat here and a little pleat on the other side. Okay, so now what you're doing is you're just pushing it in, and you're going to mark along that inside edge right under the lip, and go around the whole kayak with your Sharpie, tucking it in and marking as you go. I've drawn all the way around, and I'm going to take this inside and lay it out on my tablecloth now, or your material of choice. If you just angle it slightly, bring your front or your bow, the smaller part of your pattern, up to the front and bring it right into the corner here. When we cut this one out, I'll reverse it the other way, and I've got enough for 2. So I'm just going to pin this one in place, and as you see, also what I did was I've got my pattern mark that we marked along under the lip of the kayak, and then I've added my 5/8 inch seam allowance. So do that, and then what we're going to be doing is folding that over, sewing along, and inserting elastic. Okay, so I will just carry on, and I will pin this on. I'm all pinned in place, and I will just come in and I'll just do a generous cutting around the outside. So this is where I cut out my first cover. And so now I've got my bow up here at the front. Just going to flip it around this way. Move my tablecloth up so you can see what I'm doing. And as you can see, I angle it just so, bring my corner back down to there, and I've now got enough to make my second cover. So I thought it would be handy to make a little tiny pull handle on the bow of the cover. So I've just folded the cover in half just to mark my middle point. So I'm just basically using a pin to mark my middle. And what I'm going to do is I will be sewing this 1 inch braided, you can either buy ribbon or webbing. This is actually probably a cotton or a polyester. And I'm just going to be turning under the ends, and then I'm going to attach it onto the cover. So I'll first just sew under my ends on the machine. So I'm just going to turn under about 1 inch. I'm just going to, because they're very ravelly ends on this type of material, I just want to secure it a bit better. So I'm just going to go around and make a square of sewing around the end. And I'll do the same on the other end. So this was the middle of the top part, or the front, or the bow. I'm going to be turning this under about 1 inch from my seam and from my casing. So I'm going to drop this down about 1 inch. So I'll just fold this in half. So I've got my half point. And I'll bring it down about 1 inch. So I'll just pin that in place. And now, because I want a bit of a loop, I'm just going to turn under my end, and I'm going to bring it till it's about 1 inch away from that pin. And I'm just going to hold that in place with another pin, because that will be my sewing position. And the same on this side, I'm going to turn it in again, and looking at this point to this point, about 1 inch away and about 1 inch away from the edge, and I will pin that in place. So now I'm just going to come in, and I'm going to make a square and sew it around the edge of the ribbon or your webbing. Cut our threads, and the same on the other side. And now we have a handle for the bow of the boat to pull off the cover. Now what we have to do is we're going to go around the whole cover and we're going to turn it under approximately 1 inch, 5/8 to 1 inch, depending on how much of the seam allowance you left. And we'll sew about a 1/4 inch seam along the edge. I'm going to start my sewing on the other opposite end to our handle. So I've got it turned under and put down my needle, back stitch, and we start sewing. Now, because this pattern is all in a round shaping, this is going to create more bulk on the inside than the outside. So what you're going to have to do as you're trying to keep your 1 inch or 5/8 inch seam allowance, you're going to have to make little gathers. So what I mean by that is just pushing down and letting that fall over and let it gather. It's just the way it's going to be for this type of sewing. So around we go. You get to that one, find your 5/8 seam allowance again, and then make your gather again. Just let it fold over and sew along. And continue like that all the way along. It won't be really pretty sewing, but that's what this is going to be like. And now the other way too is if you find that it's getting too bulky for you, lift up your pressure foot and just force it to go underneath your pressure foot. Bring it back down, let it gather up, that's okay, and sew it in. You can just make sure you try to keep your same seam allowance. Again, I'm just going to lift up my pressure foot. I'm going to tuck that underneath. And I'll meet you at the other end. And I'm almost at my end here, so I'm going to leave about a 1 inch gap here so I can thread my elastic in from my casing. I'll be using this unique jumbo braided elastic. It's polyester and rubber. And this is 6 millimeters. I'm just going to use a knitting needle, but you could use a skewer or a safety pin just by attaching it right to the end. But I just thought that this would make it go a lot faster for threading through. So I'm just going to use some of my painter's tape because I just have it handy. And I'm just going to tape it on to secure my elastic to the needle. And there we go. So I've left the one hole here and we'll just bring it through and bring it all the way around. So I've come through my end here again, so I'm just going to remove the tape from my needle. And when you're finished adjusting your elastic to where you want it for your kayak, just tie a good solid basic knot in there. Give it a good pull, and I'll just do one more on top of that one and give it a good pull. Snip off your ends. And let that tuck back into your casing. Go back and readjust your gathering. And you're all ready to put it on the kayak, and I'll show you how I do that. So now don't laugh at me, but this is probably the easiest way to put the cover on. This is my front, so I'm just going to hook it over the front part here. Now, if you're worried about this pressure point here, then we can release the seat. So we'll just pull that off, and we'll just bring this down by pulling on the straps. Cover number 1 all finished, and I'll be going in to make cover number 2. This will certainly help keep out all those icky little critters and spiders and debris from the backyard and keep it nice and clean. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, give me a thumbs up, subscribe for more great videos. Until next time, bye bye.